Hey, everybody. Welcome back to From the Holler. If you're new around here, my name is Missy, and on this channel, we are dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addictions, regardless of what that addiction may be. And this is a judgment free, safe zone, okay? Nobody is going to judge you, nobody is going to degrade you. Nobody is going to talk any kind of shit to you. I promise you that. Okay? I don't allow it to be done to myself, and I'm not going to allow it to be done to any of my community here. So please feel free to share in the comments. Just jump in, talk. Okay? That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. Yeah. So, hey Ashley, hey Shannon. Um, I want to thank you all for spending a little bit of time with me this evening, and it is going to be a little bit of time today. Y'all, I have got green beans out there in that garden. I've got to go pick before dark. Okay. I canned 20 pints of green beans today, and I probably got that many, maybe more, out there waiting on me. They got to be picked. So, with that being said, we're going to do this quickly. I do have a court update from Joseph that I'm going to tell you guys about. And I did speak to him the other day. So, I'm going to tell you guys about that too. Hold on just a minute. Yes, we have company. Excuse me. Excuse me.
This is my show now. Hi.
I'll make you think this is your show now. You get out of here. Somebody's been gone all day and just got home and coming here to see his nanny. What?
I came in here to see them.
Oh, you coming here to see them, not me? That's so mean.
Wait a minute.
What?
You just started this live stream.
I did just start this live stream. Yes, I did. Yes, you're right. So, all right. Go on back. Get out of here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go on. What? It's just the box, dude.
It's more than a box.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyway, here you go. Hey, Germany. Good to have you with us. So, I want to address something really quick, okay? So, hey, Japan. Hey. So, yesterday we got news, and like I said, I'm going to tell you guys about what's going on. But we got news from Joseph yesterday afternoon. And about the time that all that was sinking in, and you'll understand more when I tell you what's going on. About the time all that was sinking in, and I'm thinking about it, I got a snarky little comment, okay, and y'all, it pissed me off instantly. This lady apparently thinks that I should not call my child, that I need to let him grow up and be an adult and all the things instead of worrying about, how do we eradicate addiction? How do we make things better and easier on the families of addicts? How do we make things better and easier for the addicts themselves to get treatment? Oh, no. Let's don't worry about that. Let's worry about me calling Joseph my child. Okay? And when they were called out on their stupid comment, then the narcissist in them came out, and it was, why are you so angry and defensive? Excuse me? And then it was, well, sometimes the truth hurts. It all got turned right back around on me. I was the bad guy because I called her out on her bullshit. Okay? She had no idea. She had no way of knowing what we had just found out. Okay? She didn't. And her stupidity and her comment came out, it just came at the wrong time. Okay? But I've told you all, after all this sickness, after all this time sitting and thinking and making decisions and all the things for the past month now, I'm coming back with a whole new attitude. And I've told you guys, I'm going to find my community. I'm going to have the people around me that I know I can trust, I can call on at any time, and that I can open up and pour my heart out to no matter what it may be. Okay? I don't need to be worried about calling my child my freaking child. Okay? Now, here's the reason why I was on edge yesterday. This is the news that we got. He was sentenced yesterday. Okay? He got 1129 suspended. He has to serve 45 days. He has about 2 weeks left to spend in this county. He is eligible to get his seriously zombie, go the fuck on some, sorry, go on somewhere. I ain't got time for that. He is eligible to get his license back within 2 years, and which terrifies me, absolutely terrifies me. And the judge was going to end it right there. And Joseph said, you know, he was on video. He was at the jail. They never brought him to the courthouse. He was at the jail. He was on video. And Joseph said, excuse me, Your Honor, I have a question. What about this other county that we know he is, they've already violated his probation? Okay, this is the state in another county. They've already violated his probation, and this was supposed to run concurrent with this sentence. That was the deal that Joseph's lawyer brought in front of him and talked to Joseph about, and that was the deal that he signed. Okay. Joseph asked the judge, what about this? And the judge told him, I don't know anything about that. That's up to that county. And turned the video off. So now we are back to square one with that violation. We don't know what they're going to do. I do know that when he was initially sentenced and all that last year for these charges, they were talking prison. Okay? And he's looking at prison time now, thanks to this attorney. And I'm not condoning what my kid did, okay? But there's right and wrong here, and this attorney, we are trying to get our hands on the plea deal that he signed. I want to see it in writing, what was said, what he signed. So we have a copy of that coming tomorrow. If his attorney misled him to get him to sign something, then I want to know about it. Okay? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So yeah, I'm pissed off and I'm tore up over all this. He was lied to, as far as I know right now. Okay, it may not be the case once I get this piece of paper. It may not be the case. I don't know. But as of right now, he was lied to in order to get him to sign this plea deal that he signed. And for the judge to sit there and tell him he don't know anything about that. Click, done, over with. Joseph's attorney never showed back up. Nothing. I know she was at the jail yesterday and had every opportunity to go and talk to him and to tell him what was fixing to happen, and she chose not to. So, yeah. So now everything's back up in the air. We know that he is, again, he has 2 more weeks to serve in the county that he's in right now. And then after that, we don't know. As of right now, as of yesterday evening, there were no holds on him from any other county. So we don't know what's fixing to happen. No clue. None whatsoever. None. None. So yeah, the lady that posted that comment, she had no way of knowing that, I'd had a shit day. None whatsoever. But what does it matter? If I call him my child, my baby, my son, my beautiful boy, what the hell does it matter? I'm going back through the comments, and 90% of the people that commented on my community post yesterday were using the words my child. So not only was she coming after me, I felt like she was also coming after those people. And I'm not going to have it. I'm just not. I don't care who likes it and who don't. I really don't. That's just the way it is. Point blank period. So, hey Woozy. You did what you missed was me having a mini rant and telling what happened in court yesterday. So, also I did get to speak to Joseph the other day. It wasn't a long conversation. Thank you, Paul. It was we don't know. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen in the other in the violation cases. That's the part we don't know about. I'm not going to court. My son is. Hang on. Yes.
I got some more
Okay.
rinse.
Okay.
Mouth rinse.
All right, take it in there. My conversation lasted maybe a minute, maybe two. He called her and I asked if it was him. She said, yeah, and I said, I'm ready to talk to him. And she said, your mama wants to talk to you. And I heard him say, does she really? And I may cry. I don't know. Andrew, he is going to court because he has been arrested. My son is a drug addict. And he was arrested for DUI. He overdosed while behind the wheel. She handed me the phone and I heard, "Hey, Mama." I've not heard, "Hey, Mama," in what seems like forever. And I asked him how he was doing, and he said he was doing okay. Bored out of his mind, but he's doing okay. And he told me about he's doing the AA meetings and the Inside Out Dads program. And I told him that was really good, that I was proud of him for doing that. And I asked how he was doing in both of them, and he said he was he was really enjoying both of them and that he was doing good. And I told him, I said, well, the biggest reason I wanted to talk to you was because I couldn't remember whether I woke up before you that morning that all this happened, if I was awake when you left, what our last words were to each other. I couldn't remember, and I couldn't go without letting you know how much I love you and I miss you, and I wish things hadn't gone the way that they'd gone. And I said, don't ever think that I don't love you, because I do. And he said, Mama, I have never, not one day in my life, ever thought that you did not love me. He said, I've known every day of my life that you love me. And he told me that he loved me too, and that he missed me. And I told him, I said, I will be so glad when all of this, not just the jail time, but when all of this is over and done with, and we can sit back, we can have a big old glass of iced tea, and we can sit back and we can have conversations about all of this. Okay? And he said, I look forward to that too, Mama. And that was it. I told him that I was going to give her the phone back because I knew, I didn't want to take up the whole time or anything. And I'm sorry, I'm still coughing. So I gave her the phone back, and she finished her conversation, and that was it. I felt better. Perhaps ask if, just a minute, buddy. Perhaps ask if I got an apology from him. And I said, I didn't, but that wasn't what this conversation was about. This conversation was just about me letting him know, like I always have, like I always will, that I love him. You know. And I told him that I was praying for good things to happen in court the next day, and then that turned to shit. Okay, Aiden, what you need, baby? What you need? Oh.
my my wall walking gecko.
Oh, okay. Go play with it.
He can go
No.
on walls.
Okay, go in there and play with it. Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Lord. So, yeah. Oh, I know. Jail is the absolute best place for him right now. I have said that a million times. It is. It's the best place. I do not want him to come out right now. I do not. They might as well sign his certificate. Okay? Once he's done in this county, he's got violation of probation in 2 other counties. One is a county probation, one is a state probation. We'll see what happens with both of those. So, we'll see. Um, Andrew, I would love to send him to a long-term rehab. Um, we don't have the money. He has no insurance. We don't have the money. We have spent out trying to help this situation in the past, and we're now raising his son. We have been since Aiden was 4 months old, and don't need money, won't get in around here. Yeah. Does he sound like he has hope about becoming sober or the meeting? I do know what you're asking, Woozy. I don't know because I didn't talk to him that long. Um, no, Cookville's not far, too far. No, we are. It, Cookville is not too far. Um, I didn't get to talk to him long enough to get a good feel for whether he's excited or just, well, there's nothing else to do. Let me go to an AA meeting. Um, teen challenge. He's not a teen, Tony. He's 31. Um, I am hoping somebody will, you know, see see something in Joseph and be like, okay, we're gonna we're gonna help you, okay, or we're gonna do this for you. I hereby sentence you to a year in a rehabilitation facility. That would be great. That would be awesome. There are so many good facilities around us. Um, Lucy, the problem is that I don't know how many times he's been in front of these judges and, asked for help or leniency or whatever. Um, You know what I'm saying? They're going to get tired. They're going to get tired of hearing, and I'm sure they hear it from others too. They're going to get tired of hearing the bullshit. Let's be honest. Um, oh, they do take. Okay, I didn't know that. Um, Woozy, I had forgot about that. Um, hey, Indigo, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I would. I would change places in a heartbeat, Woozy. I would. Hey, Dana, how are you, darling? I am. I'm getting there. I am not 100% yet. 2-0 for you, little boy. That's how my age, okay? I am too, Barbara. It was long overdue. Long overdue. I I needed that. I needed to hear. Sherry, I hope this is okay. I needed to hear my child's voice. Okay? I needed to hear the hey mama. Okay? I needed to hear the I love you mama. I did. Oh yeah, I had barbecue. Oh Lord, honey, yes. I I had to heal from um, Andrew. You talking to me? I I'm not the one with the problem here. Okay. Um. Anyway, hey Charlotte. Um. Yeah. I just needed it, but I needed that time in between the last time I saw him and talked to him until Monday. I needed that time to heal from finding him when he overdosed, um, having to deal with all that, and then 2 weeks later, another overdose wreck and going to jail, you know, and having to explain to his son where daddy's at and why daddy's not calling him and why Nanny has his daddy's phone. And, you know, well, why do you have dad's phone if. And I was telling Charlotte, I think it was last night, Charlotte and I were talking, and Aiden got Joseph a Father's Day card, and Kelly printed off some pictures and stuff and put in with it, and they mailed it off to Joseph so he can get it. And there was one card. This is how smart this kid is, okay? Charlotte was telling me that he just amazes her. But this is how smart this kid is. One of the cards said something about, I can't remember, something about dealing with the circumstances you created. And Aiden shut that one real quick and started putting it back. And he told Kelly, he said, I don't think that one's very appropriate for my dad in his situation right now. Yeah, it was, it was just, that's how smart this kid is. It's just amazing. He picks up on stuff, and whether you tell him or not, he knows. He already knows. And he is, Barbara. He is so smart. So smart. But yeah, I don't think that's appropriate. Go eat a big one, GP. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. Um, oh, and one other thing that Miss Sherry decided to share with me was that how do I say this? She turned all of her kids over to God, so they're doing amazing now. And what I wanted to say was bravo freaking o. You know, how lucky you are, how blessed you and your children are that they're all doing amazing. I'm not that lucky. Three of my four children are doing amazing. They are amazing parents. They're amazing people. They're amazing spouses. And one of mine, he's struggling. And he's struggling hard. But bravo for you. You know, it, just like rubbing it right in my face. You know, you could clearly tell she's never had to deal with freaking addiction. Because if she had, first of all, she would have never made the stupid comments that she made and kept coming back and coming back and coming back at me. I finally just banned her. I'm gone. I'm going to tell them how I feel. They either like it or they don't. They leave on their own or they don't. And if they don't, then I'll take care of them. I don't care. Looking back, had I not gotten the news that I got, would all of that have affected me the same? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I keep saying and I keep reiterating, you don't know what people are going through on a daily basis. You don't know what we're going through on a daily basis. Just be freaking nice. Just be kind. Just be compassionate. Just be thoughtful. Just be empathetic to the situation. Okay? You don't know. I mean, hell, I could get a phone call tomorrow. Okay? And that could set me off in a whole other direction. I don't know. That's why I preach that. Be supportive of one another. That's what we're here for. Be Be loving. Be freaking kind. And if you can't be kind, shut the hell up. Plain and simple. Blunt as I can make it. Blunt as I can make it. If you can't be kind, you can't be considerate, you can't be, sympathetic, empathetic. I don't want your sympathy. I don't need your sympathy. What I need is your empathy. That'd be great. Your kindness, your love, your support. Okay? I don't need sympathy. But if you can't do anything but nitpick and judge every little thing, if you can't offer solutions to the bigger problems, okay, like I said, how to eradicate addiction, okay, help be a part of the solution, not part of the problem, okay. How to make things easier on us as parents and loved ones of addicts. Have some kind words. If you've never ever had to deal with addiction, kind words go a long way. They do. I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I appreciate kindness from people that have never walked, not even one step, in a pair of shoes like mine. You can't walk in my shoes, thank God. But you can sure as shit walk in a pair just like mine. And I know that there are so many of you guys out there right now that are walking in pairs just like mine. And that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. But I do want to say this. I, I do want to put this out there. I have seen more drug busts from Knoxville to Chattanooga. Okay? I have seen more drug busts in the past week than I have seen in the past year. And we're talking big drug busts, okay? A lot of fentanyl, a lot of money, a lot of weapons, a lot of other drugs. It's crazy, okay? And we're not just seeing it here locally, but you're seeing it nationally too. And I am here for that. Okay? Clean it up, move it out. That's my chant. Okay? Clean it up, move it out. Don't need it here. Don't need it here. Even had one local county that went into convenience stores. Y'all know where I'm going with this, They went into convenience stores. And it turns out that the vapes that they were selling in those convenience stores were coming from the producers, the manufacturers, and some of them were pure THC. Some of them had other things in there besides THC. They confiscated every one of them. Okay? They're starting to crack down on this stuff because there was a bunch of kids at that high school in that county. Good Lord have mercy. There were a bunch of kids at that high school in that county, and y'all can look this up. It's Loudoun County, Loudon. Okay? You can look this up. There were a lot of kids in the high school there in Lenoir City, Tennessee, and they were having issues overdosing on vapes, having vapes at school, being high at school from vaping. Yeah. Crack down on it. I hope Kratom says goodbye. I hope all those places get ransacked and raided and get rid of all that, regulate it. I mean, we could solve a lot of problems if they'd regulate this crap, okay? We could solve a lot of problems. Well, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say that. We could solve a lot of problems money wise if if they'd take care of some stuff. But right now, I'm happy to sit back and watch all this stuff get taken off the streets. I am, one more thing. You can look this up too. This was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay? And you can look this up. There was a lady that got drunk and fell asleep on this guy's couch. He SA'd her. Okay? She turned him in for SA. The night or the day after, night after, something like that, she went to the police. Him and some of his friends showed up at her house, held her, a guy and a pregnant woman, 9 months pregnant, held them at point in their basement, and tried to make her unalive the gentleman, okay, the guy that was there. She wouldn't do it, so he made her take a huge combination of drugs until she was unconscious. And once she was unconscious, he continued to shovel more into her until she died. Him and his buddies, then pew-pewed the guy and the 9 month pregnant lady. They survived, and they were able to contact police and tell them what happened, give descriptions and all the things. And dude was arrested and is apparently now on trial. And I hope they ram him. I hope they do. That girl was beautiful and did not deserve what she got. No, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. None. You did read it, Barbara? It broke my heart. I read it earlier today, and it just broke my heart. It honestly did. It showed a picture of her, and she was just beautiful. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that at all. But that's what drugs can and will do for you, you know. Oh, I did too, Barbara. I did too. It just broke my heart. Yes, yes, the baby was born. Okay. Uh, I can't imagine having to watch that. You know, I just, I can't. I can't. Oh, I'd say at least 70 to 80% of them be lady. I'd say that. Can I help you?
Yes. Where is your popsicle maker?
My popsicle maker.
Yeah, the little popsicle mold things.
I don't know for sure. I will have to find them. Okay. What are you going to make? I know you're making popsicles. What kind?
I'm gonna make a watermelon grape popsicle.
Watermelon grape. I don't know about that combination.
I like it. It's for myself.
Okay.
Goofy goober.
Uh huh. There will be a mess in my kitchen if I don't go supervise. Okay? There will be. Yeah. Um. Oh. Is Aiden good at cleaning up after himself in the kitchen? um. Sometimes, yes. Oh, Dina, that's awesome. Practicing acceptance with that messy kitchen situation. Yeah. Yeah. My grandkids did pickle juice popsicles. Woo! Don't give him any ideas. Oh, I did, Joe. I did. I talked to him for just a minute Monday, just to tell him that I loved him and that I missed him. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah, I did. Yeah, he was. I think I'm probably leaving something out because, as soon as he said, "Hey, Mama," I was already crying. So, you know, and by the time I got the words out that uh, I couldn't remember our last conversation, and y'all know it is so important to me to make sure that every single time my kids know, not just him, all four of them, know that I love you, I miss you, be safe, I'll talk to you soon. Okay? That is so important to me because none of us are promised tomorrow. None of us are. And I couldn't remember my last words to him. And it was very important to me that I get those words said. Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I've sat here and told y'all horror stories about, things happening in the county jails around here. And it was very important for me to get that out because I know that shit happens in these places. And it could just as easily be, "Hey, Sherry, I'm fixing to use them words again." It could very easily be my child next. And I know that. I know that. So I'm not going to be naive about it. Yeah, no kidding. Shit happens everywhere. Everywhere. Let's see. Um, yeah, peace in my heart. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, we do, Melissa. We do. I mean, you know, I don't have to tell people, and I don't go around here telling people, oh, I've turned my kids over to God when they were, excuse me, okay? Mm, my kids know that I pray for them on a daily basis. And if they ever forget, all they have to do is look at their littles' faces and know Nanny's got them, okay? What are my pronouns? Try me. There's my pronouns. Um, so I have a big announcement to make. Um, Not yet, okay? Not yet. And it's not about the channel or anything like that. It's something else. I've already put it out in my Patreon. If you're not a member of the Patreon, bite your tongue, bee lady. If you're not a member of my Patreon, you need to be because they get all the good news first, okay? They do. They get all the good news first. So, yeah, they already know. And I will be letting y'all know. And my ink pen just fell apart. I'll be letting y'all know here in the coming days, okay? Oh, it don't want to go back on there. What is wrong with this thing? I'm sorry. This is my favorite pen, and I have broke it sitting here playing with it. I guess it's true what they say. You play with it too much, you go and break it. Anyway, there are some advantages to being a member of my Patreon. Did y'all see that sucker? It shot plumb across the room. Okay, I guess this ink pen goes in the garbage. It totally broke. Okay. Anyway, I said this was going to be a short one, didn't I? I got to get out there and pick beans, y'all. Kind of hoping they pick themselves. But kind of feel like they're not going to. So, you know. She's young enough to have babies. Are you kidding? Thank you. But no, I'm not. I am 55 years old. I ain't, no. I got Aiden up to where he can, no. Um, that pen said, nope, ain't gonna work no more. It shot plumb across through there. It's raining there. I call it that. The rain. The rain. The rain. Okay. How are your beans doing? I canned 20 pints today, and we've eat fresh once or twice. And I've probably got 20 more pints worth out there waiting on me. Okay? I cannot. We're going to have some beans this year. Okay? um, yeah, picking beans, squash, zucchini, banana peppers. I've got a few bell peppers out there. I'll be picking tomatoes here before long. Bush beans. I have learned to leave the pole beans alone. Um, so I just planted bush this year. My strawberries, they got took over by weeds this year. We got sick and it just didn't happen. Love you, Ashley. Ooh, strawberry cake. Ooh, Barbara. Send me some of your cake, Barbara. Yeah, sorry. All right, y'all. I gotta get out here. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go pick beans. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Uh, if the Lord don't come back and the creeks don't rise, I'll see y'all Sunday. Okay. There won't be an Azure Standard Haul. Um, I don't remember what I was doing. I was canning something and didn't feel good Monday. So, and it was storming. So Kelly was out and about. She picked it up for me and brought it in and put it up. So, yeah. Oh, my Lord. Somebody trying to call me. Love you guys. Bye, y'all.